Well, it's Uncommon Fossil, and taking a look at an Arceus box deck that I've put together. Obviously, Arceus V-Star is the engine that makes it all happen. It's Trinity Nova attack for 3 colorless energy, 200 damage, and accelerate up to 3 basic energies to your Pokemon V any way you'd like. And we play a couple different Vs depending on the situation. And of course, the Starbirth ability crazy good, right? Once during the game, you may search your deck for up to 2 cards, put them in your hand, shuffle your deck. So super great there. So a 4-3 Arceus line. We'll be attacking with this multiple times, partly to set up the other Pokemon and partly just because Arceus is good. All right, so what are our attacking options? I've been running into an insane amount of Charizard EX, the Dark type, right? It's weak to Grass. So I was like, I gotta have Grass weakness. Yes, I could just play Arceus Leafeon V Star, which isn't a bad deck. It's actually a very good deck, and if you're seeing a lot of Charizard, that may be the best way to go. But I was looking to do something new and a little different than that. So the Grass attacker, here's the Leafeon V, the different one. This one does not have the ability to accelerate, but slashing strike ability for 3 energies, grass, colorless, does 180 damage. So then with weakness, it easily one-shots the Charizard EX. But then during the next turn, this Pokemon can't use Slashing Strike. We do play a couple of escape ropes to help with that, though. So that's one attacker. Then Entei, I think, I like having some fire. Part of it is I'm playing Radiant Charizard. I'll jump to that. I haven't played that in a bit, so Excited Heart. It reduces the attack cost by 1 colorless for each prize opponent's taken. So once I've taken 4 prizes, it only costs 1 energy to attack with Combustion Blast, 250 damage. It can't attack the next turn, usually getting 1 shot anyway. So you don't want to pay the cost of 5 energies to attack, but for 1 or 2 energies, 250, super good. Now, once you're playing the fire, then you want the Entei V amongst these 2 prize. The basic Vs, 230 is high for that, so get 10 above that 220 that sometimes is a target number. So Entei V has fleet-footed ability. If it's in the active, you can draw a card. So does the Raikou V, has the same thing. But then Burning Rondo does for fire colorless, and it's nice there's only one fire energy that is colorless, gives us flexibility, does 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon in play. So it scales up depending on the bench size, but of course we're partly doing it to hit for weakness. If your opponent's playing grass Pokemon like I am with the Leafeon V, you can take out the grass Pokemon they're playing to threaten the Charizard EX, right? And then a Raikou V is the third of the alternate attackers. Lightning, hitting for lightning weakness is very good. Lugia, of course. Palkia, V-Star, the Pidgeot EX, right? All they're lightning weak. So again, same card, essentially as Entei V. HP is less, down to 200 this time, but fleet-footed ability. You can draw once per turn if it's in the active. And Lightning Rondo, the same thing, except just for Lightning colorless, does 20 plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon. So a nice little set of attacking Pokemon, and then a very simple 2/2 Bibarel and 1 Skwovet for the engine, right? So that if some of these pieces, if I'm breezing over some things that you don't know because you're not used to, let me know in the comments below. I will go over it. Barrel Skwovet goes in so many decks and stuff like that. Sometimes I just want to breeze past it, but I don't want to breeze past it too often either. So I need to get the balance there. All right, so 4 DTEs because Arceus is 3 colorless, so DTE is really key to that. And then a mix of energies, 3 fire, 4 grass, 3 lightning, 4 of the grass because the Leafeon takes 2 grass. The others each take 1, and you just need, and they all have some colors in the attack cost, so we can accelerate the other type with it. You just want to be aware of what energies you have in deck. Don't use all. Don't if you need to attack with fire attackers, just put the minimum amount of fire on the Entei. Do a fire and a lightning, let's say, so you have fire for your to power up something down the road in the game. So just be aware of what you have need for the attack, and just leave the deck. What's in the deck as optimal as possible. And then 1 luminous energy, as long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but only 1 at a time. But that only is true, providing a type of energy, as long as the only special energy attached. So it gives us between the grass, the fire, the lightning, it provides 1 of those. So it just gives flexibility for that V-Box. So just 1 copy, because generally we're using the basic energies. And then, of course, we can put it on the Arceus V-Star, And of course, it only provides one color at that point, but that's all we need. That plus the DTE, excuse me, and we're good to go. All right, getting into trainers here. Nothing too crazy, I don't think. 4 Ultra Balls. We know how good that is, right? Got to search out these evolution Pokemon, discard 2, search for any Pokemon. 4 Nest Balls just to get those basics in play. And then 1 Hisuian Heavy Ball. Don't play that all the time, but you look at your face down prizes, reveal a basic Pokemon you find there, put it in your hand. You put the heavy ball in its place as the face down prize cards, then you shuffle your face down prize cards so you don't know where the prizes end up, which is fair enough, but getting a basic out of here is good, especially for this deck. We have the 3 basic Vs that we want to be attacking with of the 3 different types. 1 may be prize. We don't want to lose that option for the game. You know, if you're up against Charizard EX and your Leafeon V's prize, you have to be able to get to it. So the Hisuian Heavy Ball gets us there. Playing 2 Raihan, really good, of course. A lot of these attack costs are 2 energies. So Raihan plus another energy, boom, we power up a Pokemon in 1 turn. If your Pokemon's knocked out last turn, right, you accelerate a basic energy from the discard pile. You have to have a basic energy in the discard pile to use it. Otherwise, you can't use it. And then you search your deck for any 1 card. So really nice card there. 1 switch and 2 rope in the deck, right? We do need to do some switching at times for some of our attacks, or just to go from the Arceus to whatever the V you want to attack with too. 3 Iono, just really good early game, late game, super good card. We play 3 research also. Research usually better off early, but it depends, right? If you have a small hand size, even late game, there's times that research is just a terrific card to have. Also play 2 bosses, really good there, of course. Gust up your opponent's Pokemon. And 1 Cheren's Care to get a Charizard out of the way. A Charizard with damage counters on it after it's done its job, powering up whatever your other attacker is. Get it out of play with Cheren's Care, a nice option there. And then 1 Klara, the other supporter, because I know I jumped around the trainers rather than going in order this time. A really nice card. You choose, put up to 2 Pokemon from the discard pile into your hand and or 2 basic energies from the discard pile into your hand. Really good to get things back into play. The other way we get things back into play. Klara is nice because it comes into your hand. So if I need a Leafeon to attack with, I attacked with Leafeon last turn, boom, my opponent knocked out my Leafeon. I send up my Arceus, so I can, and then Klara gets me the Leafeon V back in my hand. I can play it back on the bench, and then I can accelerate to the Leafeon V again. Really nice card there. Super Rod, the other way to get Pokemon and or energies back in the deck. Shuffle up of 3 Pokemon and or basic energy back into your deck from the discard pile, and that's an item, doesn't use supported for turns, so very good there. And then what else do we have here? Just Collapsed Stadium. So I want a stadium to bump path, but also Collapsed Stadium is really good in this deck, I find. Getting those targets, right, like your Charizard's damaged, get it out of play or something. You fill up your bench, besides bumping path, right? And sometimes your opponent might need a full bench in not wanting to shrink the bench. There's times that hurts your opponent too, but then a lot of times you just get your damaged Pokemon out of play that's on the bench. Even with Arceus, at times your Arceus V-Star, you've attacked with it, it's damaged, but you powered up something on the bench, you retreat to the bench, you just discard the energy, pay the hard retreat there, and then you play Collapsed Stadium with a full bench, and boom, that V-Star goes away. It takes away those 2 cheap prize cards for your opponent. So I really do like Collapsed Stadium for the deck. I think that's a nice choice. So that's the list we have, and let's take a look at the deck in action. All right, let us see what happens here. I think this deck I have, this Arceus V-Box deck, is pretty good now. I've been seeing, I will say, way too many Charizards lately. I think part of it is where I am at the ladder at this, is we're getting towards the end of the month, and my elo is pretty low because I've been trying to build some sketchy decks, I will say. I'm always trying to build some sketchy decks. I've been working on some sketchier decks than usual. It's been frustrating because I've had to spend a lot of days on decks that I'm having to scrap because they just are no good. All right, so let's see. So I have my 3 different types Pokemon I can hit for weakness with. I'm going second, which isn't ideal. What am I going to do here? I think I want to get Arceus into play. So they're going to get a second Comfy off. All right, they've gotten rid of a Cramorant. That's okay. They're not expecting an Arceus box, right? Raikou, they're expecting I have Miraidon. That's what they're thinking. They think, I know what this person's playing. They're playing Miraidon. Well, then little do they know how I like to play these strange decks. All right, so I want to... What do I get rid of? I want to get rid of this, and I want to get down an Arceus. I want to attach a DTE to Arceus, and then I want to play Iono, and then after that is when I will use my fleet-footed ability. After that, I think that's the play. All right, well, it could be worse. Let's see what we have here. Well, Radiant Charizard. I have Arceus's, so I don't want him in play yet. Let me see what I draw here. And I might toss. That's nice if my hand stays the way it is. Very nice. So I'll toss him down. So I have a grass, a lightning, and a fire attacker. I don't know about the fire attacker. Maybe I shouldn't have the fire attacker. Oops, end turn. Sorry. I always forget that when I'm like not attacking. I tend to forget to click the end turn button, and I apologize for leaving my opponent hanging there. Not courteous, not intentional though. So be annoyed if you want to about it, because that's certainly fair, right? I still left you hanging. You still have to wait for me, and annoyance over that is certainly fair. Hopefully, don't be angry at me. It was unintentional. So I have one of these, which is why I play 2 rods and 1 Klara. I've ditched 1 rod, but I still have a rod in deck. Okay, I need to get him into the active anyway. So they might play another rope, of course. I mean, they have their 4 into the lost zone. They haven't played Culverus yet, so I'm assuming they don't have it, because I would think they might have wanted to sit on that rope, right? Okay, well, I really don't want my Bidoof getting knocked out. I mean, I don't... okay, well, that's not ideal, but things could be worse, for sure. Okay. So I have knockout. I have energy acceleration. Let me well, I think I'm gonna have to use the rope, right? I think I have to use the rope. So I'll do that, and then I'll draw, because I thin, right? I get an extra card from the barrel by using the rope first. So, you know, they have a lot of comfies, so not getting one knocked out of play isn't terrible for them. All right, Iono, get some more cards. I do need to get some more pieces in play here. What am I up against here, by the way? Okay. So I don't want to attack. Do I just want to kind of go in with, at this point, I think I want to accelerate to another Arceus, right? And do I want to toss down a Skwovet or something? I think I want to wait. That's what I'm thinking. I think I wait on that, because why not? Let me give him the full display. Let me give him the full rainbow. The full rainbow on this Arceus. It's my truncated rainbow. Oh, I should have gone red first, right? Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green. So it should have gone red, yellow, green. But anyway, it doesn't really matter. In fact, it doesn't matter at all. I'm in a bit of a punchy mood here. I'm feeling a little funky, a little under the weather almost, I would say. So, you know, I'm still not sure what I'm up against. Is it just, you know, I assume they must have Sableye, because they played the Psychic. They play Fog Crystal, right? So that means a psychic attacker, I assume. I mean, obviously, Comfy's a psychic Pokemon. It does get them Comfys faster, but let's see. Look, I have a nice hand here. They failed that. The Sableye, which they're getting close to, will one-shot my Bibarel, and that makes me sad. So they're going to hit into me with Cramorant. Hawlucha, okay. I mean, all right. Now that means they can boss up my Bibarel, right? So I think I want to work on getting... I don't know what I want to research, do I? What do I want to do? What do I do here, right? What do I do? Let's see what I have. Do I have another Bidoof? Yeah, I think another Bidoof is what I want, because I'm getting a bad feeling about Bibarel surviving. And, all right, what do I have with Klara? I've got, oh, 1 energy. That's not worth getting. All right, so do I want to, what do I want to hit into? Anything? Do I want to evolve this Arceus? What do I want to do here, right? What do I want to do? I'm just going to attack, I guess. I'm a little confused about what to do here. I'm confused. Partly, I don't know what the big threat is. So I'm gonna attach a lightning. The Raikou might as well, because he can attack. Yeah, he can attack. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not confused about my opponent's deck. I really am. Okay, so I drew Heavy Ball. Heavy Ball is nice, right? So I don't know. I don't know what I'm up against, really. Is it just, I mean, I've worked on like Lost Zone with just single prize attackers, and I have not been very successful with those. And I don't know. Maybe that's what this is. Do they play, so they have Fire. So they Lost Zone with Radiant Charizard, I'm guessing. So Raihan, okay. So I wonder what they're getting, right? The Radiant Charizard at this point still needs, what, 3 in or 2? Okay, so the Sableye is ready to go. And Sableye is, of course, trouble. All right, Hawlucha. Wow, okay, they really like these Hawluchas. So I don't know what they're going to do here. I mean, I wish I had got Cheryl, of course. So they can't take out all my engine. So they're going to take 2 prizes on Raikou, and then they get... Okay, and they take out the Bidoof. So be it. Maybe I shouldn't have played the Bidoof. So I guess they might have needed so I think they needed the Hawlucha for that. So good job on my opponent there. So I'll grab the Arceus, right? Might as well. Yeah. And I mean, what do I do here, right? What do I do? I think I wait on Arceus, right? I think I just hit into them. Might put some energy on Arceus. Let's see. I have got... Do I put 2 down? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. And I have 1 fire to power up my Radiant Charizard. Okay, Collapsed Stadium, which I might want. I definitely might want that. If they cram into my Arceus, then I definitely want to retreat and collapse him. If I can, I got to fill up. I need to get 2 more Pokemon on the bench, though, to make that workable, right? Going down to 2 cards in hand. So Roxanne's a nice play for them. Not for, well, okay. Well, that was a nice draw. I think I have one fire in deck still. I think I had one fire in hand and one the discard pile. That's okay. So what do I want to do here? Do I guess I'm going to attach here. So now he can attack too. I don't. So he does what? What does he do? 2, 1, 2, 3. So right now, so that's okay. I haven't got to use my ability all game, but that's okay too. Patience can be a virtue, right? Patience is a virtue. Just take a prize. Don't accelerate any energy, and that's fine. You could kind of fake spend the time like I'm looking. All right, so collapsed. What's going to happen here? So they didn't attack last turn, so that's a plus for me. I don't know what their plan is. Is it just is it Hawlucha and ping away at me? I don't know. Sableye and such. I mean, obviously they can take out my Bibarel, but I think I'm far enough along. It's okay, and I have Collapsed Stadium right now, which does then. I'm probably not going to be able to collapse away the Arceus, right? I might. I need to draw a Pokemon in order to do that. That's what needs to happen. So let's see. You know, I'm getting close to the win with this game. So they're getting the Radiant Charizard up. I mean, I blow him up, though. Now, they recover that with Klara. The Radiant Charizard does not take out my Arceus, though, right? Does not. So I will... So they need to get rid of the path, of course. So that opens up my V-Star power, which is good. Sableye, again, that's okay. Well, no. Actually, I've lost the game, haven't I? I think I've lost the game. Well, I can boss. I need to boss, get rid of the Sableye, because my Bibarel now loses me the game, right? Bibarel loses me the game. So Charizard. It's possible. It's possible. Wait, if I get 2 Pokemon here, I get rid of him, don't I? Do I have 2 Pokemon? Let's see what I have here. Or I could get Klara. Let's see. Do I have 2 Pokemon? So I can grab an Entei. And what? An Arceus? What's my energy situation, by the way? I got nothing for these guys. Okay, so I'll grab these 2 guys. I'm gonna get rid of the card that they want to take out because I know you want to take him out because you're a big meanie like that. And so now they can't win next turn, I don't think, right? Okay. I should have drawn the card with him first, shouldn't I? So take my prize. Right, they could try gusting somebody up. Right now I have retreat in hand with the energy. I have research as well, so okay. So I think I've got game here, but we will see. I mean, they kind of would need it to bump the stadium and play Echoing Horn, right? That would get them game. They have a lot of cards, so if they play those in the deck, there's actually a decent chance they have it, right? Decent chance. I'm not sure how likely the stadium is. Let's see, they've gotten rid of 1 stadium. You know, they conceded, so the Collapsed Stadium came through that game. So that was a victory due to Collapsed Stadium, right? Collapsed Stadium got rid of the Pokemon that they were looking to take out. They had the win on board, but I bumped the stadium, took away their win condition. So just playing the deck, playing the matchup, and the deck came through. All right, let's see what happens here. Obviously, you really want to show off the deck with things going well and being an interesting matchup. Yeah, we will see what happens. And I will go first because that's, evolution deck. That's what I want to do. Gives me the better odds of setting up well, too. If I go second, I Arceus V and a DTE, which I hit. Would have been a good turn. Actually, this is a good hand for going second. This is not... Okay. A Drampa. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so this and pass. Drampa, 60 plus 10 per damage counter on it. So interesting. I don't know this at all, I got to say. All right, so what's that? Oh, so a boss. Oh, okay. And Duraludon. Okay, so Duraludon is a concerning one. But I have basic energies, so I can get through him, right? So are they going to... So they're getting path down. Okay, well, this isn't... I mean, I have a good hand here, so I think... And I'm going to Iono here. Helps my opponent, too, but I think I'd rather not research the hand away. Maybe I should have researched, right? Maybe I made a mistake there. So what do I want to attack with? That's part of the question here. I think Arceus is what I want to go with. All right, so I have my Arceus power up a guy on the bench, so it worked. That was a good Iono for me. I have research. I have boss. I'll just take, one of each at this point? Take 2 lightnings, actually. Just keeping my alternate attacking options as wide as possible, right? So, okay. And I have boss, and boss could be a good card too, for sure. If they play down a Duraludon, I probably boss up the Duraludon because I want to hit into him, right? I want to, because I have to 2-shot the Duraludon, and I really do want to... but they're discarding them, so it's probably the V. I'm being an idiot now, but the V that copies... it's a V-Star, right? The dragon type, the copies of the dragon types. Regidrago. So he's going to... Okay, well, you don't knock him out, so... I mean, could be a lot worse. Could be a lot worse. All right, do I want to... I don't know. I don't want to bump the stadium either, do I? So I'll get rid of this energy. I think I want to sit on these bosses. I think I like these bosses a lot, actually, for this game. And I think I want to be able to have access to my V-Star ability when I want it, right? I don't want to give it to my opponents. So I think, right, so I'm just going to hit into them. Because they're not doing much, right? And they path themselves at this point. So now, I don't accelerate. I don't have any draw cards. That's the bad thing. But I don't know what they have, right? Okay, so Regidrago, they got a Regidrago down. And they're going to get him powered up, but I'm going to... So they don't have a... So Gudra's the nasty one there, right? He doesn't have weakness, so... I have my V-Star power, so I think I'm going to... Now it's a turn to play Path, right? Because I'm going to blow up their Arceus V. Oh, maybe I wait. Yeah, what else do I want to attack with? Let's see here. I probably just want to keep... Do I have... Oh, I don't have another V-Star, though. Do I? So... We get an Entei V, I guess. Entei V is pretty good. And... bump the stadium. Use my V-Star power. I want to get... Bibarel. I think I want to get... I want another Arceus. So I want another V and V-Star to play, right? So let me play my Rod. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's what I want there. I will draw some cards. I could get a... that's an interesting one. That's interesting, isn't it? What do I have in the discard? I have a fighting. So I'm going to accelerate here. I'm going to put down an Arceus V. That's what I want to get down. I want to get him powered up with my V-Star's attack as I finish him off. And of course, I two-shot the Regidrago V. So boom, boom. I'll go for the rainbow. Why not? And yeah, all on him. So there we go. 2 more prizes. Take the prize lead. Jump back over them. Okay, Charizard V. Do I have... ooh. So he's a nice option. Okay. So Raihan. So they're going to get their V-Star. They can use their V-Star ability, which discards and puts 2 into hand. So because Goodra's nasty. Goodra's very nasty. Because Goodra... Question is the Goodra. Do I have to 3-shot the Goodra? Okay, so they have some fancy... What was that one guy there? Duraludon, Arceus. All right, kind of missed what they grabbed back. Okay, so they don't... Okay, so Altaria, Path, which is... I mean, okay. I have Boss. I think what do I want to do here, right? Now this is kind of where things get a little tricky. So if I hit into them, I only do 100, right? Only do 100. So let me get rid of him. Let's see, have I played 2 rods or 1 rod? Let me take a look. If I only 1 rod, so tell you what, I'm gonna get rid of... I want to keep the bosses. No, I'm willing to get rid of an energy, right? I can ditch an energy. Yeah, I can ditch that. So that's okay. And I want to grab the V-Star, right? The V-Star is what I want. Just look at everything a second here. Kind of losing my train of thought. So I have my 2 ropes still. So I think so rope boss play is really what I want at some point here, right? Rope boss. So I will all right. Because I'm a little confused about what I do. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So I hit exactly what I needed there. I have rope. Well, I don't knock them out, but I get them really close to the knockout now, right? Really close. And I do 200. So now they're 80 away. And I think I do 80 anyway, right? So let me put this back. So I think now that worked out really well. Sorry if you heard the phone, some background noise there. I threw my game off a little bit too, I will say. But that was a nice play. Very nice play for sure. So they need to set up another Regidrago, I guess, because I'm going to take him out. All right, well, they're not doing well here. Getting some bosses back, and boss is obviously very disruptive. Digging through the deck quite nicely too, and it does. It is a deck that it's a very effective deck, I think. All right, so what are they going to do? I think I just finished them off this turn, and they're in a... Oh, I am asleep. Wake! Oh no, I'm asleep. Oh, I forgot. That is pretty much a disaster, isn't it? So, what do I want to do here? So I want to thin. That's what I want to do. I want to thin. I don't think I want this Raikou in play, right? I think that's just bad to do, and I can't retreat now. which is unfortunate, right? So I do have rope in deck. I might hit the other rope, in which case I just and I did not hit it, so that's unfortunate. But I think I could Klara. I don't think I want to Klara. No. So I'm just going to end turn. I can't attack or anything. So I end turn at this point. So that's not good. So they can finish me off. So that's the Altaria. Which is scary, right? I'm asleep. I have to flip 2. I do have a rope. So unfortunately, if I had saved the rope till the last turn, I would have knocked them out, right? I would have done the 80 damage, and then I could have done 280. Now I need to get rope. But my opponent's still, they're really struggling to get going. They need to get another Regidrago down, right? Which they should get going soon. Now they've got to get 3 energy on it, and that's going to be tough too. So they're not, it's really okay. Gallade is nice. So are they going to play the stall game? Is that the way this is going? It might be the way it's going. So Buddy Catch. So they grab Boss. Not surprised by that. What do they want to hit into? Are they going to look to stick Bibarel there? I don't know. So what do they want to boss up? The other Arceus they knock out. I don't think they want to knock me out, right? Because then I just knock them out. So they're not in the world's greatest spot. Okay, getting a lot of energy onto the Gallade, which does 160, which of course they don't want to attack with. And I'm glad I'm at 170 because I'm 1 out of range. And actually they have the DTE, so I'm 30 out. 3 damage counters are 30 damage out of range. My opponent needs to do something. They have the boss. I'm assuming they're not just stalling. Okay, so they're going to attack. Okay. So I'm asleep still, so that's not great. Now I need to make some things happen this turn, is what I'll say. So I have the rope in deck, right? I have rope in deck. Oh yeah. Actually, that's what I think. I do want to get Skwovet down, right? Because Skwovet Bibarel gives me the problem is that I lose the boss, right? I lose the boss, and that's not a good thing either. But I think I Skwovet. I won't have access to boss though, so I got to think through the rope very carefully. But okay, so DTE. I could attach this to somebody, right? It's going to attach this there. Get me 5 full cards. All right, so I got a Collapsed, right? So okay, well I think I want to play Collapsed, right? I do want to play Collapsed. All right, so do I want to rod anything? No. So I will Collapsed away. I gotta collapse him away. And I'm just gonna end turn here. So I mean they're gonna take out my Arceus, right? So we'll see what happens here. They have a boss in hand there, right? They grabbed a boss and they didn't use the boss. So they're gonna judge me. Okay. I mean, all right. That doesn't seem like the worst thing in the world to me. So So grab the boss, but you know they're not using it because they already. I mean, obviously they judge, so you want to do something after the judge, which I get. See what they can do. They're knocking out my active, and what's the effect of that guy, by the way? So I can't attack with a basic, so that's very bad, right? Okay, well then you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna attack with Skwovet. I mean with the barrel, right? I got to get an energy, but there's a decent chance I hit that, right? So let me grab a bunch of energy here. 2, 3, okay. Some energy. Do I want to? What's the Arceus situation? Let's see here. I'll toss down an Arceus. Right, so a coin toss to knock him out. But the way this game's going, I mean, that's not the craziest play around, right? So they don't have boss in hand, but they obviously have access to boss, right? So I want to do this. Use my ability now. I think. Okay. So I have a Luminous, so I can attack with him. So give me a heads, and I essentially I'm golden. All right, hit the heads. So but you know that's what it came down to. That's probably game. I'm a little confused about the situation here. So flipping heads, you know, hey, my opponent got into a weird Okay, so they take away my Radiant Charizard with that, right? Which is nice for them. So they're gonna Iono me down to 1. They might be. They do. Oh, they can't attack though with the active, right? Because they don't have any psychic energy, and they probably don't have psychic energy in deck. So, wait, a fire energy? Oh yeah, they need grass and fire. So, I'll research stats. That gives me what I need. I mean, that's no, because I just retreat here, right? And I attack with Entei, and I'm pretty sure I have game here, right? So that didn't make a lot of sense. I think if they didn't switch, it wasn't guaranteed to pull it off. So, yeah, I'm a little confused by their play there. I think they made a misplay at the end, I think. But anyway, so the deck, there was a slow match, kind of a really weird, an odd match, right? A funny match, not funny, ha, but funny, odd. But it's look. I've been seeing a ton of Charizards lately, so I felt like I got to do something with grass. And so the Leafeon V is nice into the Charizard matchup. Take advantage of that, and then I don't know about the Entei V, although the Radiant Charizard is still nice to have in the deck too as a threat. When of course you so the fire pairs with that, and of course the Raikou having a lightning attacker is good. It's weak in Pidgeot is Pidgeot EX is weak, even though I forgot that in the one game. I don't know if that one's in the video or not, but look, it's a good deck. Arceus is certainly solid. There's a lot of ways to play it, and this is certainly a fun option, and it gives you some thought. Take care.